ready to begin? It is 6:33. Okay. 6:33. Thank you. Thank you all for joining the Planning Commission on, what's today's date? Tuesday, August the 6th. I guess we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Laborin is going to go ahead and lead us with that. So please stand.
Yes, stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Chairperson Jimmy Ozaeta. Present. Vice Chairperson Giovanna Laborin.
Present.
Commissioner Jenny Perez. Present. Commissioner Daisy Prieto.
Present.
Commissioner Lizette Ruiz.
Present.
Reporting on posting, I, Jose Montano, Acting Administrative Services Coordinator, certified that a true and correct copy of the foregoing meeting agenda was properly posted on July 24th, 2024, 72 hours prior to the scheduled meeting as required by law. Meeting compensation disclosure pursuant to Government Code Section 54952.3, disclosure of compensation for meeting attendance by the Planning Commission is $125 per meeting. Item number 1, the Planning Commission will consider approving the minutes for the regular Planning Commission meeting of April 16th, 2024. So first of all, welcome back, Jose. We're great to have you back, and also send our regards to Ms. Washington, as we wish her nothing but the best on her journey. Moving right along, item number 1, staff. Yes, the minutes. Did we all get a chance to review the minutes, colleagues? Roll call, please. So I need somebody to carry the motion. It's a motion.
I move to approve the minutes from April 16th.
Thank you. And then, okay, perfect. Just want to confirm, Commissioner Perez
Yes.
carried the motion for first, and second was Vice Chairperson Laborin.
Yes.
Motion passes. Roll call, Chairperson Jimmy Ozaeta. Yes. Vice Chairperson Giovanna Laborin.
Yes.
Commissioner Jenny Perez.
Yes.
Commissioner Daisy Prieto.
Yes.
Commissioner Lizette Ruiz.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item number 2, the Planning Commission will review and select 10 homes that were nominated for the city's home recognition program.
So how do we approve it?
Staff, will you be providing direction on next steps for item 2, the home selection, the home recognition program?
It's 10 total.
Sorry. Thank you.
Yes, good evening, Chair and members of the Planning Commission. Jose Montano will be preparing or presenting the item before you. And what happens is every year we receive nominations from the public, from our residents, and even our staff members regarding homes that they feel have maintained, have helped beautify the city. And every year we choose or we recommend or we provide you with the selections that were submitted and Planning Commission will get to choose 10 of those. So 2 for each district here in the city. We do have 5 separate districts here in the city. And the Planning Commission will be able to choose which ones to recommend for City Council to approve. Again, that's 2 homes from each city. And what happens is each of the homeowners will receive like a poster that they put in their yard that they can stick in their front yard. They'll also receive a picture of their home that shows that they're one of the winners, this year's winner, and receive an azalea plant along with that. And that's presented at one of our council meetings. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Montano, are you ready?
Yes. Okay, so the purpose and goals of the, purpose and goals of and objectives of this program, like Ms. Elguira just mentioned, that we just want to recognize homes that have been, excuse me, sorry. The purpose of the home recognition program is to recognize residents who have demonstrated a commitment to beautifying and maintaining their homes. There are many attractive homes here in the city of Southgate that inspire other residents while raising community pride and spirit. The program will highlight and recognize those homes, motivate others to improve their homes, enhance residential neighborhoods, and improve quality of life here in the city of Southgate residents. There's 3 components. It's promotion and nomination, and then there's selection of winners, and then the winners that will be selected today will be recognized at a city council meeting. So there's an eligibility process that must be done prior to the selection of the homes. One of them is they must be located in the city of Southgate. The nominees must be current occupants of the residence. The property must meet all zoning requirements, which include building and safety to make sure that there's no outstanding permits, any code violations, and then it must be maintained. Some issues that are visible from the street, such as trash cans in the front yard, inoperable vehicles, unpermitted canopies, discarded house items, and visible cracked concrete. So the nominations, some of the nominations are residents and city staff. And then applications were available online and here in the city of Southgate. And the application period was May of 2024 through June 2024. And then there was an area map. So we're gonna select. I'm sorry, you, the commission, will select 2 homes per area. So we have 5 areas within the city of Southgate. They're outlined. The first area would be from Long Beach west of Long Beach, and then from State Street to west to Long Beach, and then there's Otis to California, and then there's like the riverbed, and then to Alexander, and then area 5 would be the Hollandale area. Screening. Then there's a screening of application. Nominees were submitted by homeowners, residents, and city staff. This year, we received 37 homes recognitions, nominations. 16 homes did not meet the eligibility requirements. The Planning Commission must select 10 homes out of the 21 qualifying homes. The Planning Commission must select 2 homes per area. This is area 1, so this is the first home that was selected. And then that's another unit from area 1. There's another home in area 1. Another home, here you go. This is area 2. is Area 4. Area 5. And that concludes the homes that were nominated.
Question. Oh, I was just going to give a recommendation on how to tally the votes. I was going to say they're not numbered.
Yes.
That makes it a little hard,
Okay.
but if we can, recommending that we each just give a page number
Okay, perfect.
for each area, and then you guys can tally who won for
Yes,
each
I'm
area.
so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, let's start.
Yeah, and, maybe if it's okay, I just want to make sure we congratulate the 21 qualifying homes, for taking pride in their home and, investing and beautifying our city. It means a lot. And unfortunately, we can only select 10.
Yes.
So, congratulations to everyone, but only 10 will be selected. So, Jose, I guess take it from there, or we're going to tally up, pass around some sheets or something? And
So what I'm gonna do, oh, yes.
any other comments from my colleagues? Okay.
Would it be best if you were to, write down your top two and then we then tally that up for each area?
Okay, that's fine.
And then at least if we have something in common, then we know that's our top two. And if it's not, then we can. So if you can just like put them in order of your choice. And I guess what we should do is put a page number so that you all know.
Let me do that really quick.
So Jose, if you can just go over the slides and we'll just say area one, number two, number three.
So it's area number 1.
So this is area one, house number one.
Yes. Yeah, I
You
think that would be
can-
easy.
I don't know. I feel like it's just easier to put the page number. It's so much easier instead of
Okay,
having to wait
give
until you
me-
go through each one. Because here on the PDF, we can see the page number up on top.
You can
as
see
it's
it? Okay.
scrolling. Yeah,
Okay, good. We don't have our pages on our sheets.
yeah.
So if you can just give us maybe like four minutes to go through this and we'll get back to you.
Okay, please. That's it. One more. Oh,
Chair and Commissioners, I don't know if you'd like to entertain an idea of continuing this item to go after number 3 as we are tallying it up, so at least we can keep going with the next items.
Great recommendation. Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
So agenda item number 3.
yes. Item number 3, the Planning Commission will consider a request for after-the-fact approval of a sign permit to allow a mural painting on property located at 3801 Tweedy Boulevard.
Staff?
Good evening, Honorable Chair and Planning Commissioners. I'm Rodrigo Pelayo, the Senior Planner. I just joined the city within the last month and a half, so I'm sure I'm a new face to you all. I'm excited to be here and be part of the team. At this moment, I'm going to defer this project, and it's going to be presented by our contract planner, Rebecca Contreras, and I'll hand it over to her.
Good evening, Chairperson and Commissioners. As Rodrigo said, my name is Rebecca Contreras. I'm the contract planner here. I've been here about 2 months, maybe. I'll be presenting a sign permit case number 2422 on 2801 Tweedy Boulevard. The applicant is Gabby Figueroa. The owner is Jacqueline Ferran. The project proposal is in consideration of a request for after the fact request for an approval of a sign permit allowing a mural painted on the property located on Tweedy. The property is a mixed use zone, mixed use 2. Can you here's some background on the project history. A code case was open October of 2023, where anonymous complaint was made regarding the mural. The applicants were informed, and on May 9th, 2024, the applicant submitted a sign permit requesting the consideration to allow the mural to be maintained on the westerly facade. The site itself is currently occupied by Uri Records, which has been an establishment since 1976. Their record store, apparel, skateboarding merchandise, and as well as apparel. Thank you. Can you? Here's an aerial view of the site. It's a long, narrow site, maybe 100 by 20 feet. The mural is located on the San Gabriel Avenue side, and you see Tweedy Boulevard there. It's right on the corner. I'm sure you guys are familiar. Again, here's a depiction of the zoning map. It's in the Tweedy specific plan, M2. Here are some site photos on the, I guess, my left. It's the site without the mural. These images are taken from Google. And then on the right, you have the mural. You can see that the mural is taking about 20% of that empty wall space there on San Gabriel side. And here's a close-up of the mural. It's a tribute to Vincent Nava, who is, a local skateboard professional, and he passed away in 2020. And the Yuri's Records Commission the artist to paint this mural here as a tribute to Nava. You switch. So per the project description, moving on, this Southgate Municipal Code requirement is for the Planning Commission to make a decision or review based on size, height, and location. And this is a mural located on the side of the building. The proposed mural is to be legalized. Again, the size is 19 feet by 5 inches by width, and height is 14 feet by 5 inches. The artist, which I'll discuss a little bit later, is used mediums such as spray paint, exterior acrylic paint, and paint brushes to complete the project. Artist background. The mural was painted by Leobardo Travieso Jr. He's a Southgate native who is an artist based out of LA. He's been commissioned to paint several murals throughout Los Angeles. And some of his inspiration are artists that have passed away, various artists. In September of 2023, Travieso, with the permission of Yuri's Records, donated his time, and he painted a mural of Nava. The theme of the mural is Eternal Legends, a tribute to Vincent Nava. He seeks to honor the legacy that he's left in the area, since he is a local skateboarder. The artist believes that the mural enhances the community by fostering sense of pride and connection and appreciation. And this is a portfolio of the artist. Here's, I believe that's the artist there standing next to a canvas of Nipsey Hussle tribute canvas. And then he has also painted some interior murals of Magnolia Park, which is also an apparel store. And then here you have another image of a professional Performex physical therapy facility. Staff recommendation to Planning Commission is to determine that it is a Class 1 exemption existing facilities. It's exempt since no expansion is proposed. Based on the evidence presented, staff recommends that the Planning Commission approve the legalization of the proposed mural with the conditions set forth. There are conditions of approval, mostly like maintenance conditions and things of that nature. And the applicants are here also, as you heard, if you have any questions regarding the mural, additional.
Thank
And that
you.
concludes my presentation.
Thank you very much. Staff, should we open it up for the applicants to say a few words? The applicants would like to say
Yes,
something?
please.
The applicants like to say a few words? And then we'll move into public comment.
I'm sorry, before we start, please state your full name address and the item you're speaking about this afternoon.
One
Please.
minute here. And staff, we still following the same time limits?
Yes,
Okay, 3 minutes? Is that
3
correct?
minutes.
So, thank you.
Good morning, good evening.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Maria Madrigal Disqua. I am a member of the City of Downey, and I am the mother of the surviving young adult that Vincent Nava saved his life. My son's name is Jose Luis Gonzalez, also a local skater. We resided here in the city of Huntington Park for many years. My family in Cudahy is also part of the Art Commission murals that are now part of the beautification program in our local cities, including Downey, Cudahy, Huntington Park. And I would like to just state that for me, this is a really big inspiration, not just for my family, but for his legacy as a young skater. He was part of LA Unified, teaching other young children how to skate. He was big in the community, and this is why the company that sponsored, out of many companies that sponsored him, locally to be a skateboarder, he really inspired other children, including my own child that is here today, who is 16 years old. Here with me, I'll have his mother, Vincent Nava's mother, state her name. She is also a resident of the city of Downey.
Yes, so I did grow up in Southgate. My parents still.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
Can you state your name, please, as well?
Hi, my name is Olga Carrillo. Good evening.
I'm sorry, as soon as. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Olga Carrillo. Good evening. So my son, we grew up in Southgate. The spot where we have the mural, that's where my son started his passion with skateboarding. And Yuri's Records was one person that sponsored him by giving him skateboards. So as he grew up, he became really big on the skateboarding industry. He had so many kids that look up to him. He would go on his own time and help these kids skateboard. He was part of the Woodcraft Rangers, I think, an after-school program in the city of Cudahy. So we did move to Downey when he was 15 years old, but he would always come back to Southgate and help kids skateboard in the city of Southgate. So yeah, we're hoping that we do keep that mural up because kids do go to his mural and take pictures. So my mom lives down the block too. If she ever needs to clean up anything, she's there every morning just to keep that spot clean. And we're hoping that it does stay up. And that keeps away also graffiti, because it's really nice. That mural is beautiful. So I'm just hoping it does stay up. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, thank you.
Good afternoon, council members. My name is Leobardo Treviso Jr. I'm actually the artist behind the mural. Just to give you guys a little bit about my background, I grew up here in Southgate. I'm actually a Southgate High School alumni student. I attended San Gabriel Elementary School, where I first did my first mural. And I know the mural that was painted in front of the elementary was actually, it was up for about 20 years until it recently got painted over. And I'm not sure if they've done anything since then, but my grandmother currently still owns a house on San Gabriel Boulevard, on San Gabriel Avenue, I'm sorry. And I grew up here my whole life until my parents moved over to Downey, California. I grew up as an artist, not really knowing, that you can make a living or uh, a career out of art. And one thing that I strive for is to be able to teach younger kids that besides, doing graffiti and getting into trouble or kind of turning to like gangs, that you're actually able to make an impact with your art and, inspire other kids, to do the same thing rather than, turning to the streets. Um, a little after Vincent Nave passed away, my whole purpose behind showcasing something that represented him along with the business, I tried to pretty much incorporate a little bit of everything to represent the business. I do know that there were a couple of attempts that were presented to the owner of Erie's Records. A lot of artists, approached her with the idea of painting Vincent Nava. Uh, I don't think they ever got permission to. I do know that the side wall would always get tagged on. Um, I went over myself and took the time to, donate my time, and I spoke to Jackie, and I asked her for permission and basically my blessing for me to be the one to be allowed to go ahead and paint the mural behind it. I've done a lot of murals for businesses I've been commissioned from. Whether if there's like a process, I've never had to go necessarily through like a process. Um, but besides that, I did speak to her. Vincent Nava's grandmother. She does live only a few houses away from where the mural resides. But hopefully today, that's something that I can get your guys' blessing to be able to allow for the mural to continue being up. And I want to say that within the past year till now, it still hasn't been vandalized, and hopefully it's still making a positive impact on kids. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I say one last thing that I think all three of us failed to say? Just,
Sure, go
is
ahead.
that possible?
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to reiterate, I know that we had talked about this before, but there is a law, it's called the California Art Preservation Act, established in 1979, that provides legal protection for artists and moral rights by prohibiting the alteration of or the destruction of their artwork without their consent. This law has, obviously been amended and codified for California Civil Code 987. I'd like for that just to be taken into consideration as you're making this decision. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll open it up to public comment.
All right, Mario Dominguez Jr., resident of
Sorry,
Southgate.
give me 1 second, Mr. Dominguez.
All right,
There you go.
Mario
Yes.
Dominguez Jr., resident of Southgate. All right, so Ms. Elguita, we spoke this morning. If you could give us an overview of the process through which murals get put on buildings here in the city, I'd appreciate that. And then, is this how we go about it, allowing murals to be put on buildings? Are we doing anything different as opposed to how other cities go through the process? And the reason why I ask this is because, we're a nation of checks and balances. And I would like for our city to have some type of oversight as to the type of murals that are going to be put in our city. And I don't want to sound like as if I want to restrict murals. I certainly don't. Art is rare in public spaces. I would say it's even rarer than gold. But I would like for there to be community engagement. The residents should be able to provide feedback and input as to what the design of these murals are going to be, and to be included in the process in determining what the design of these murals are going to be. And so with that, I'd like to say to the commissioners, and I'm going to do this myself, to speak to your council member that appointed you to this commission and say, hey, look, the city needs to draft an ordinance that is going to have some sort of oversight and say as to what the murals are going to be, and then allow for the residents to give feedback and input into the design, and because we're the ones that are ultimately going to live here. So it only makes sense that the residents should have some say as to what the design of the mural is going to be. This is a tough one. This is one from the heart. You just heard the mother speaking. I had originally wanted to propose the idea of doing a revision of this mural and having graffiti art put in that place. I've long been a fan of graffiti art, the big block letters with the neon fluorescent colors, but I think I'm going to refrain from pushing that. All right, thank you.
No, any other public comment other than folks that have already provided their comments at this time? If you do plan to speak, if it's okay if you can line up so we can kind of speed up the public comment section. Thank you very much.
Hi, apologies for the spill. My name is Adrian Little. I've been a resident here in Southgate my entire life, and my family goes back to when there was a hospital in Southgate. I think that it's an important moment in time as we look at this mural, and what brought this meeting to exist in the first place is, at the end of the day, that the mural did not get the proper permission to exist. And while I understand everyone here is following the bureaucratic process that must occur in city government, it's checks and balances, it's give and take, I think that it's important to remember that this is more than just a Southgate native putting a piece of art to remember someone who passed and who is influential, but that we are in a time where Southgate is finally seeming to blossom into a cultural identity, one that preserves art and that wants to express itself. And I even relate to my peer who mentioned earlier, maybe not so much the term oversight, or maybe that's a synonym to what it is, but to have civilian engagement into the type of stuff that is permissed, what kind of art. It has to be more than just what some people may see as a group of suits, not to dehumanize, but rather to personify perspectives, is that we all want to be a part of this process so that we don't feel it's like we're submitting a paper to be graded by the teachers who may not understand the artistic vision of the people that they're representing. And that's not to imply that to yourself. I felt the need to state it. I think that it's beautiful what we're seeing, the growth of every mural. I was away from my home for the first time, and when I came back, I saw this mural, and I was astonished. I actually couldn't believe that something like this was allowed in the city of Southgate, and that's why I'm surprised that it technically wasn't. It was not allowed. And in that of itself, I think that there is a power, but obviously we obey laws and we try to do things as democratically and as ethically as possible, inoffensively, right? So I guess I would like to close out my statement with that. This harms no one, and rather it only grows something beautiful that is blossoming here. And you can either follow set the standard of what bureaucracy says, right? If you don't follow the rules, you don't get your art, or you can work with the rules, but follow your heart, follow what seems right to you, right? So anyways, I thank you for hearing us out. I hope that you allow this mural to stay.
Any other public comments before we move on? Okay, we'll close public comments. Staff?
Yes, I just wanted to announce that we did receive 2 emails from Mr. Dominguez as well, but he preferred to speak in public, and that's what he has done. Thank you.
Any comments on questions that were posed by
Yes.
residents?
In regards to oversight, we are limited in our authority, as I mentioned to Mr. Dominguez. As long as the mural doesn't cross the line of becoming signage where you advertise your products in your name. Unfortunately, we don't have an avenue on how we can control or perhaps advise on the content of the mural itself at this point.
Yeah, and I would add that, there are constitutional restrictions on content regulation. The city does have, a mural is, as defined under the municipal code, it is a type of sign. There are, one of the sections of the municipal code has a list of 18 types of prohibited signs. The staff looked at that list to determine that this mural did not fall under any of those 18 prohibitions. I can read them all to you if you like, but the staff looked at it and found that it was not prohibited. The last thing we had to do when you were looking at the houses, you were art critics and you got to choose the prettiest one. You've got guardrails on this one. If there are reasons that are not content-based, which concern you, you can ask about those, or I can read these 18 prohibitions. But other than that, you can approve it even if you don't like it, but you can't disapprove it just because you don't like it. And that is the first time in Southgate history that an attorney has been applauded.
Yeah. Any comments from my
I
colleagues
do.
here?
Meredith, what's the difference today from December 5th when there was a mural that that went up? It was approved. It was actually, we didn't approve it, and you said it was received to file only. The one that's next to Sigler's, the insurance place. Why was that one just brought to our attention in December 5th to receive and file?
This is also a receive and file.
It's also a receive and file.
Correct.
So also another thing we have brought up, by the way, I thank the mom for being here. I know it was hard for you to stand here and speak, be the voice of your son. We have spoken before. We had all, I think it was you and I that brought it up about having someone, having an art or someone that can oversee these murals when applications are brought, are requested here in the city. Has that been talked about? Has anything been done to have a group of people that can participate and in the process of the murals, and also have the community involved in it?
It would have to be something that the council approves. We do, I believe, have an arts council.
Like an arts commission or something
or an
like
arts
that?
commission. However, council would then have to revise our ordinance to allow for some type of oversight from that committee. In some cities, let's say in Long Beach, where I came from, we had an arts council, and you actually had to apply for the position and, have somewhat of an idea in regards to what type of art or what is art. And I don't know what the process is here and how much authority they have over murals like this. At this point, we're not bringing murals to that commission because it's not part of the requirements, our ordinance requirements today.
Okay, so I took a drive. I passed through here through Tweedy all the time, and I was born and raised here. And Yuri's is a historical place here in our community. I've been there numerous times. My kids love going there and everything. But as I was driving around, because I've seen murals going up, and as you all reported, that there is an anonymous complaint, and that's why they're here today. How about the other businesses that are putting up murals without permission? Are we gonna start addressing those as well?
Right now, I'll be completely transparent. We are not addressing violations, let's say murals, without a formal complaint. Right now, what we're addressing, because we are short-staffed, what we're addressing are those that deal with public health and safety. So it's not a priority at this point for the city to address, let's say, even illegal signs and murals. However, I'm hoping that sometime in the future, when we have enough staff to actually enforce and police around the city, that we'll be able to address illegal murals or illegal signs. But at this point, our code enforcement officers are the ones monitoring and policing the city in regards to violations. And right now, their priority is in regards to life and safety, protecting life and safety.
You had a comment, Commissioner?
Yes, I also wanted to thank the folks that are present here. I know that this mural is very important to you all, and frankly, I wasn't aware of the meaning behind the mural until I saw this item on the agenda. And it really struck me as somebody that, grew up in kind of, within this underground punk movement that UD's really helped build in the area, along with the Allen Theater. I think it's very symbolic to have somebody, that, two people that grew up in our community, the artist and the person being showcased here who really, shone through in their professions. It's not easy to be this talented, and personally, I think it's really great to see something like this in our community. So I did speak to Jackie from Udi's, and and it was very emotional for me to see her show me pictures of Vincent, as a kid getting his skateboards at the shop, and just, even, seeing the articles of him on Thrasher, which is, as pretty big as you can get as a skater, to be showcased there. It's just very meaningful, and I'm hopeful that, at least if anything comes out of this, is that we can, really promote this mural and promote, his life and influence in a lot of the youth, because, it was very positive, and we do need more people like that in our community to really help those out who are just, coming up or are interested in these kind of arts. So thank you. Thanks to the artist and his family.
Any comments?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, look, art is subjective. You're never gonna have, people agree on what they believe art is. I think that when I first saw this come up, I was like, oh, I know who that is. I knew about him. I heard the story about, his passing. I'm so sorry for your loss. I love that there's a true connection to Southgate with the artists, with Vincent himself, with the families. I personally am not offended by it. I love seeing color in our community. I think it's amazing that and Udi's is a staple, right? The staple in the community, and you see so many youth come in and out. And to me, it's like, it's awesome that, our youth in this community can look up to someone who did such great things. So.
I just have a comment, actually a question and a comment. My question is, how long had the mural been up before there was some kind of complaint?
I believe the applicant stated they painted the mural in September of 2023, and a code case was opened in October of 2023. So about a month before it got a code case was open.
A month before?
A month after.
A month after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe even less, because I don't know how long it took to paint the mural, but about a month.
So this didn't come to us until like a year later? You said 2022?
No, 23,
Okay.
September
Yes, 'cause
2023.
usually what we do is we try to work with the owners in regards to any type of violation, and we provide them with time to correct. If so that, we don't cite someone right away. We provide them with ample opportunity to actually correct the situation or to change the situation.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
Maybe some comments for legal counsel. So just for clarity, in regards to our discretion as a commission, in essence, we really don't have a vote or any kind of jurisdiction in regards to whether we keep the mural or
Well,
suggest any
the
change.
mural, the city ordinance, all it really says is that this commission will review the art. And it's true that in most cases, you've reviewed it and you've generally found it acceptable and just received and file. There have been a case where there was a clear violation of the ordinance. You might remember there was one where Another case like this where the mural was painted before the owner realized that there was a license requirement or a permit requirement. And the particular mural, they painted over the shop windows as well, which is a violation of one of the 18. And in that case, the commission did express its opinion to staff that that should be corrected so that it complies with the ordinance. So there is wiggle room, I guess I will say. The strict language of the ordinance says that you will review it, presumably so that you know what types of murals are springing up in the county, and you can exercise your influence with other members of the city to discuss the direction of murals. But technically, you don't have express authority under the ordinance to require that it be painted over. But you do have the ability to raise a concern about a violation of law. In this case, as far as staff is concerned, the only violation of law seems to be that a permit hasn't been issued, and as Meredith said, they give the owner the chance to correct that, which is, I think, why the owner is here, because they're coming in and they're following the process.
Thank you. So I think these are just my personal comments. I think there's no objection, at least from what I'm hearing, in regards to the beauty of this particular mural. I think what continues to come up is the fact that at some point we're going to have murals coming up that might not be representative of what we want in our community. So when you look at the ordinance, the current ordinance does not allow for any kind of oversight in regards to what goes up on the wall. In reality, when you put up a mural at any of our locations, as long as it doesn't violate any of the 18 somewhat items that were referenced, we really don't have a say in regards to it being removed, or maybe revisions could be made, but that's after the fact, right? So personally, my recommendation to staff is if at some point we can start having a conversation of what it would look like to have a potential revision to the ordinance, so that city council can then take it into account if there is an art commission or something that might be addressed in the future. But given the fact that we have an artist, a local artist, we have an individual that was a positive individual influence in our community, that it's a moot point at this point. But I'm more concerned about the future than I'm concerned about this respective mural, if that makes any sense. But those are my own personal comments. But I don't know if my colleagues have any feedback on that or any comments.
As I mentioned earlier, having a committee, an art committee, when there's applications that come in for murals, it would be very beneficial, because they can see the history to the mural that that they want to put up, right? Because I don't want to see the same thing happen. I think during the pandemic, a mural went up at 3904 Tweedy. Business owner had nothing to do with it, but residents became very upset of the mural that went up there, the person that was put on the mural. Right at that moment, there was a lot of negativity going on and stuff, and residents started going on social media trying to boycott a business that had nothing to do with it. It was competition or something like that, and the mural was going to go up. Unfortunately, the mural that went up was not to the liking of our community due to the political views of that individual. And that's one thing we want to prevent. This mural is a representation not only of our community, but of our youth. And I don't see it offensive either. Very shameful that somebody would report it. Only thing is, just educating our community, our business owners that, we do have to get permits for certain things and stuff. But yes, in the future, I would like to see somebody a committee that can oversee these applications for murals, so we can also have show a history of who or what is going to go up, especially if it's going to be representing our community. Thank you.
I was also gonna maybe ask staff if when individuals are receiving or applying for business licenses, if we're providing them guidance in regards to, these types of processes that maybe sometimes our businesses are not aware of in regards to like murals or any other respective permits that are needed.
That was actually something Jackie mentioned to me, that she spoke to somebody at the city hall who misinformed them of the process. So that might be something to address in the future, whether people are trained to, to address those kind of questions so that this won't happen again.
Yes, yes, we'll do that. We'll also communicate with business license in regards to your recommendation, Chair.
Thank you very much. So ready to move?
We just moved to receive and file, right?
Yes, it's to receive and file.
So move to receive and file, no changes to the mural.
I second.
Give me 1 second. Just to confirm, Commissioner Perez carried the motion,
Yes.
and then Commissioner Prieto seconded the motion. So it's receive and file. Do I need to do roll call?
Yes, please.
Okay. Chairperson
Joseita.
I'm sorry. I blanked out. Vice Chairperson Joanna Laborin.
Yes.
Commissioner Jenny Perez.
Yes.
Commissioner Daisy Prieto.
Yes.
Commissioner Lizette
Yes.
Ruiz. Motion passes.
Item number 2, if you don't
Yes,
mind. If
back
we
to
can go back
staff.
to item number 2, yes. So I was able to tally up the votes. Unfortunately, on a few areas, we still need to revote, but I'll go ahead and give you what I have so far so that you're aware. All right, so for area 1, we're going to need one more nomination from the commissioner. So for area 1, page 8 received 5 votes. Page 11 received 2 votes. Page 10 received 2 votes. And page 9 received 1 vote. Area 2, there was no house chosen for that because we didn't reach a quorum. So for area 2, page 14 received 2 votes. Page 13 received 2 votes. Page 12 received 1 vote. Page 15 received 2 votes. Page 16, 2 votes. Page 17, 1 vote. And then I guess page 17 should have been part of area 3, but someone voted page 17 for area 2. So for area 3, we do have the 2 homes that were chosen, and that's page 17 and page 19. Page 17 received 4 votes. Page 19 received 4 votes. Page 18 received 2 votes. Area 4, we need another house there. For area 4, page 20 received 2 votes. Page 23 received 5 votes. Page 22 received 1 vote. And page 24 received 2 votes. Area 5, we do have 2 homes there as well. So for area 5, page 26 received 5 votes. Page 27 received 3 votes. Page 26 page 25 received 2 votes. So we're going to need 1 more home in area 1, 2 in area 2, and 1 in area 4.
For area 1, which one has the most votes at this point?
Page 8 received the most votes.
Page 8. Okay, the first house.
Page 9.
So this is 7. So that's 7. And that's 8.
Page. I have page, this one here,
Slide.
the orange one. So the orange one, page 9, that one's, any other votes?
So right now, I only have one vote for page 9, 2 votes for page 10, and 2 votes for page 11.
This,
Ho-
okay.
So to us, what we're seeing, Jose, is the first house for area 1.
So area, so this is.
So that's the one in question, right? That's the one that you selected,
So this is
Commissioner?
7, so
The orange one?
let's just do,
To you, it's 7, and to us is 8.
so, okay, this one is 7 to me.
It's,
Good.
yeah, but it's 8
Okay.
to them, so let's say that's page 8.
Can, since we're down just to area 1, can we just look at the screen and then just show of hands to see who can, does that work?
Yeah.
So 1 is already a winner, is that correct? That
For
one right
area
there?
1, we have page 8. We have
So
5 votes.
So this one.
That's a winner.
Okay. So raise your hand if you like this one.
This is 8.
That's 8, that's already.
That's
That's already
That was-
taken
So
care
we're
of.
gonna
Yeah.
go-
The next one is the orange one. The next slide. And then the next slide is any selection, anyone for
Well,
orange?
let me look, it's because I forgot what I.
Okay.
forgot.
So we're doing this, we're just going to redo the vote here for this. So
Okay.
we got one orange one
Off.
or off?
Okay, so let's,
Oh.
okay. So I think to better.
Oh, no.
Okay, so let's just do this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4, right?
Okay,
Okay, so how many votes? So this one's a go.
that one's
Yes.
already
That
go,
one's
yeah.
good. Okay, so this is 2, 3, and 4. So 2.
3.
4, I was with.
So,
4.
so we have 4
Yeah.
for number 2.
The mine's is wiped off. So you guys, okay, I'll do orange. There you go. Let's move on.
That one wins?
Yes.
Okay, so.
They're all beautiful houses.
I
So-
know that it was tough.
that
All
one-
right, and
that
then
one-
so for area 2, we're gonna need 2 homes selected.
Okay.
Okay,
So we'll start with the green one. Is that correct? That's the green one is the first home on area 2?
I got the numbers. Just go with the area.
And then so area 2 is, um,
The green?
yeah.
Any?
which is 1.
Okay. That's the only one. Okay. Moving on to the moving on to the next one. Yeah.
That one is nice.
Okay, this one is the next
Brand
one.
new. They just.
Any votes for this one? I'll do that one.
I know.
Okay, 3.
That one is 3.
Now, what number is that one?
That one, just do it.
Okay, it
Okay.
doesn't matter, we raised,
So we
okay,
got
so there
3.
goes one.
So that one. Okay,
So that's the winner?
that's a winner.
Yeah, that's a winner. We need another one for 2?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
That one or the next one?
I like the other one.
so there's 3.
No, the next,
So-
no, wait.
That,
There's a 4, there's another one.
okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, then there you go.
So was that 3 votes Okay.
Yeah, it's like more.
for this one?
Yeah.
So that's area 2. And this is area 3.
Area 3 we need 1 for area 4.
Wait,
Area 3 is done.
Move on to 4, and it starts with the one
Oh,
with
I
the
love that
tree,
one,
right?
first one.
And the corner tree? Okay.
The owner, I see the owner.
I'm
I
sorry,
read
for
through the
area
owner's
4, we
working
already
really hard on
have-
it himself.
Number 23 as one of our chosen ones.
Oh, I
23 is
like
already
that one.
chosen, okay.
so let me
Hey.
look at.
The-
So,
Oh, I think this is 23.
But we're in area 4.
Yeah.
Right?
The first one?
That's
Well,
area
yeah.
3.
so
Go to
23.
area
Area 3.
4.
So for me.
Area 4.
for
Wait,
me,
area
23
4.
is that-
Wait,
No.
That one.
that one. That's
Okay.
my
So we're
favorite.
4.
Let me tell you, I see that owner of that house working on it practically every day.
So that's
That's area 4.
Area 4.
Me too.
And
Okay, there's
that
3.
one is number 19. Mine is
No, let's not.
It's
call
fine.
by
It doesn't
numbers.
matter.
Okay,
It
let's
Just-
doesn't matter, but
So we
that
got
one-
3 votes for that one.
So I know this one's on
It's on Southern
and
and
Dorothy.
Dorothy? Yeah, Southern and Dorothy.
And it's a
So
winner.
that's a winner, right?
All right. So we have it.
And Area 5,
We have.
we're done.
Alrighty.
We're
Yes,
done?
we're
Okay.
done.
Perfect.
I see the owner working on the site and
Yeah.
results at all times of the hour.
Moving on, any city staff comments?
Should we, okay. Yes, we do.
Wait, so
Oh, wait,
Audience
have we
comments
closed it to
first.
the audience?
Yeah, we did.
Like even the non-agenda items?
Yeah, we did. The item 3 is already closed. Any other audience comments?
I know Mr. Dominguez was waiting.
All right, so the thing I want to say to Commissioner Perez, so I had a chance to address Commissioner Laborín and Prieto, and I want to ask you if you could give me an hour of your time so I could have a 1-hour phone meeting with you. I've done this with the Parks and Recreation Commissioners, and last year I was able to have an hour and 48 minutes with a lady by the name of Alejandra Flores. She's a commissioner on the Parks and Recreation Commission. And I've never spent an hour and 48 minutes with any official showing them these projects that I'm pursuing for our city to have. And, you know, what kills me is that she did it on her phone. I don't like that because what I have is gold. And I want you to have the full impact of what I'm going to be presenting you. And for you to see it on a little rinky-dink cell phone, that doesn't work for me. I need you to be in front of your computer. So if you give me just 1 hour, I can fit it all in 1 hour. So there's a website called lowerlariver.org, and I just want to show you the 2 projects that have made it onto this Metro plan called Metro's Long Beach East LA Corridor Mobility Investment Plan. If you just give me an hour, I'd appreciate it. And then the thing I want to say is real quick, I'm not happy that I'm here today addressing you folks. I should be at home playing with my toys. Instead, I'm here speaking to you. And what I want to say is eventually there's going to be the call-in feature. It's going to make its way onto the city council agenda. And when it hits there, I'm going to send an email to all the other commissioners saying, hey, look, it's do or die time. This is your chance to submit an email to these bastards that are on the council and say, hey, look, we want a call-in feature. You've veered so far off the course of where we should be with our city council meetings. Give us this call-in feature. And what kills me is that they're taking the same approach as they did with the cameras. You know, we've gone this merry-go-round again with the call-in feature. Just execute it. You know, they know we want it. Just give it to us, for crying out loud. Why do we have to jump through hoops to get this? So if you could just submit an email when the call-in feature hits the agenda, I'd appreciate it. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maria Madrigal Discoa, again, I wanted to just comment finally to adjourn, before you guys adjourn, that I would like to just, for it to be in record, I would volunteer myself as a person to start an application process to help the city, even though I am not a resident of the city, for something that we have in the city of Downey. And maybe we can get the city of Downey to work with you guys in the art project, because we have embedded many projects in the city of Downey, murals and things of this sort that have really enhanced our community. And I would love to see that come here, and maybe, our neighboring cities could help each other out. You don't have to reinvent the wheel if we've already done it. I would be volunteering my time. The artist that was creator of the mural also said he would, be more than glad to be the oversight person to, kind of look at any upcoming murals or art exhibitions that you guys have in the city as a curator of some sort for you. So just know that we are here and we're here to work with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the audience? No? Okay, we're closing public comment. City staff?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I just wanted to announce, well, first of all, I'd like to welcome Ms. Liz Ruiz to the commission. Thank you for, volunteering your time. And again, anytime you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or to other staff members.
Will do. Thank you. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here with you guys. You know, it's really great to be able to have a say and really participate in this process to make sure that, you know, our city becomes, you know, better at, you know, working with local businesses and making sure that, you know, everybody benefits from any of the commerce happening within our borders. Thank you.
And then one thing I also want to mention is we are having our special meeting on the industrial land use on August 21st, 6 p.m. here at the City Council chamber. And what's happening is, if you remember, planning commissioners voted to deny the request for a zone change for to remove the cap of 15,000 square feet. The appellant appealed to council in regards to planning commissioner's decision. City council directed staff to come back with more information regarding the potential impacts of removing that 15,000 square foot cap. We hired Cosmont to do an assessment of the potential impacts, development standards that we're going to need, and also what type of benefits the city should receive if we were to allow much larger warehousing here in the city. So on August 21st, we're going to be presenting those findings. We will be inviting landowners, developers, residents to attend the meeting. So I do highly encourage each and every one of you to attend that meeting. It is critical. It's pivotal for our city. It'll determine how we're going to grow and how we're going to look when we grow up. So I would really highly encourage you all to attend, and if not, at least provide your comments. And staff will be more than happy to present that to the city council if you're unable to attend. Thank you.
And it's going to be here?
Yes. Special meeting, August 21st, 6 p.m. City council. And that's all for staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments from my colleagues before we wrap up?
Yeah, I wanted to make a.
No. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have received messages and, you know, phone calls and stuff of our community that, you know, wish we had the phone system back. But as you see here, as we're here right now, if we had, when we did have the system and people called, if you recall, we couldn't hear the caller. It would cut off a lot, and that's a big that caused a big problem. Like we were there was one time I called in, and they couldn't even hear who I was. They kept coming in and out. It was cutting off. Our city clerk is actually here. She can testify to that. That's one of the biggest issues. And so when we call into the meeting, well, council or commissioners can't understand what the caller is saying because of you know, the glitches and the calls were being cut off. I know Ms. Reese called into one council meeting and I was like, what is she saying? I was listening and I couldn't understand what she was saying, and it was cutting off. So that's one big issue because we can't hear you. We won't be able to hear your comments and pay that attention that is needed for you know, for us to understand you. So that's why one of the reasons I miss it, because there was times I couldn't make it. I would like to comment and call in, but at the end of it, they couldn't even understand me. So now at least they can see it through YouTube and stuff, but we always are able to see what's going to be on the agenda, send our emails. I know city clerk, I know Jose, everybody that takes care of our commissions and our city council, they do read the emails and stuff, but it's very important for also our community to come into these meetings, to come in and express their concerns, you know, to my colleagues here or to the council, and have that one-on-one to see and to hear you properly. So I just wanted to, you know, for you to know that it's not intentional. It's not against us, the council or staff not wanting the community to call in. It's just unfortunate technology sometimes isn't great, and it just causes an issue where at the end of it, nobody was able to understand and hear what that person, called and said.
I was calling from a plane though. That's why my call didn't go through.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you for my colleagues for your commitment to being here, legal counsel, staff. Thank you once again. And on that note, if we can adjourn the meeting.
This is Liz
Rosa?
Reese. I move to adjourn.
Second.
I second. Oh.
Okay, we don't have to vote on this, right? Or no? Okay, what time? Adjourn the meeting at
7:51.
I don't know
7:51.
how to
Thank you very
turn this
much.
off. Now we could go outside to the.
End? End?